Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang bagi Tan Sri Wan Zul, Presiden PETRONAS, seluruh rakan daripada Kerajaan Negeri Terengganu dan rakan-rakan media yang bersama-sama dengan kita pada hari ini dalam Majlis menandatangani Memorandum Persefahaman di antara Terengganu Incorporated dan PETRONAS, dan tujuan memorandum pada hari ini sebagaimana yang dijelaskan dalam ucapan yang bagi Tan Sri dan saya sendiri adalah mengenai kolaborasi antara PETRONAS dan Terengganu Incorporated dalam menyediakan kajian feasibility studies dan kajian dan melaksanakan plan untuk supply gas ke kawasan industri yang khususnya adalah TSV, Terengganu Silica Valley, infrastruktur dan penyediaan keperluan bagi keperluan industri di TSV. Dan saya rasa pada hari ini adalah hari yang sangat bersejarah. Today is not only the beginning. Our work start today. Memorandum of understanding is only one of the important aspect. The most important aspect from today is to how we move on from here. And I believe we have a committed individual and expertise in PETRONAS and in Terengganu Incorporated and state government that we want to achieve what we want to achieve for Terengganu Silica Valley. Jadi saya rasa itu sajalah bagi pihak saya. Kalau Tan Sri nak tambah, dan kita amat berharap agar kerjasama dan kolaborasi hari ini adalah permulaan yang penting. Dan PETRONAS juga saya berharap dapat terus membantu dan menjadi master developer kepada kawasan industri ini, dan saya percaya ini adalah kawasan industri walaupun fokus untuk Silica Valley, tetapi mungkin selepas ini boleh kita kembangkan ke kawasan-kawasan industri yang lain yang memerlukan tenaga dan gas. Ya.
MB, kajian ini bila je siap? Bila je siap kajian? Feasibility study.
Itu saya
di MoU Memorandum Persefahaman ini tenure dia 18 bulan. Tapi besar kemungkinan the study will be a lot earlier than 18 months. Tapi the duration of this MoU is 18 months.
How much value do you think is needed for the development?
No, this is very preliminary. We're just doing a pre-feasibility study. So I think at the right time, then we'll have those numbers to share.
And the funding will come from PETRONAS and the state, or is it how's the mix?
As mentioned, we will cover both technical dengan commercial dengan feasibility studies. So it's all still being discussed.
Yeah, still being discussed and still at the early part.
Will that happen immediately or after the study is being done?
Of course, after the study has been done, because we want to look at all the aspects, including the social aspect to the people surrounding it. Bukan kita lay down pipe tu terus macam tu je. So we have to really careful, be very careful with this, so that the effect to the environment and to the people is very minimal, and we are going to address all those issues.
Doctor, do you see state government providing funding for the project?
We are contributing to the funding as well, and this is a joint collaboration between PETRONAS and the state government, and there are certain parts of it being incurred by the PETRONAS and certain part of it incurred by the state government.
Is it a 50-50 joint venture?
I can say that at the moment it depends on what we want to look at in details for the project.
Any capex for this project?
No capex. Preliminary. Very preliminary. Yeah. So I had no numbers at this stage.
Well, that 13 billion investment referred to the total possible outcome from the TSV out of that 4,000 hectares. If we want to have a big various industry in various areas concentrating on to this area, then we expect the total GDP will be 13 billion.
What is the rate of completion at TSB at the moment?
Now we have some process in the land alienated process that we have to handle at the state level. But importantly, we also come with the setting up of the Terengganu Silica to become the master developer for the project, and that involves other state government GSC as well, that related to all the mining and also of agencies involved.
If there's a percentage, maybe like 10% of the total plan.
Well, planning part, all agencies involved, including PETRONAS. But when it comes to the implementation or in the industrial area, we are very open to any proposal by anybody, whether from inside or from international investors to coming to invest in Terengganu Silica Valley.
Doktor, jaga TSB ni berapa tahun akan berjalan?
Until the area fully occupied, that 4,000, the whole area being occupied. So it's not going to be overnight development. It's going to be a very long-term investment and short-term and long-term. We hope we can gain the momentum after our study completed.
Well, in the video there was a mention of how the ECRL will pass by the so with the deferment of the ECRL, how does it affect the project?
Yeah, it's true that there are no final decision yet on the ECRL, but we convey the message to our Prime Minister, the importance of ECRL to the state in the East Coast, especially Terengganu, and of course I believe Kelantan and Pahang also feel the same thing. And we need to differentiate between these two things. The first one, the principle, whether principally we want ECRL or not. Number two is the project implementation. I think as far as the principles, the underlying principle of ECRL, everybody agrees that it's very important, especially to the industrial area in Terengganu in particular. But of course, when we come to the implementation, then that involves a very high cost as far as the previous government is concerned at the federal level. That they lay down the project of ECRL, and I think this is one of the things that the federal government make initiative to discuss and to renegotiate the whole package of ECRL, so that the financial terms will not be a burden to the federal government. And I believe, we strongly agree that should be the case.
I'm really sorry to ask this question, but are there any updates on oil royalties with the PETRONAS?
Memandangkan dua-dua ada sini.
All concerned here.
The ball is not in our court, not in PETRONAS court, not in the state government court, in the Ministry of Finance court. So, well, you can go and ask them.
Comment on that?
I agree with what I mentioned.
Just wanted to see if you have any revisions to your outlook for oil prices for 2019. Last you mentioned it was around $66 a barrel. Prices have dipped since.
No, first of all, let me clarify. That is our planning basis. So we don't change planning basis every quarter. So our planning basis for next year is still $66.
Samsuri, comment on the OPEC meeting. Is there any decision made for Malaysia to cut its?
Actually, the meeting is currently ongoing.
Yeah, that's why.
So I haven't received anything yet.
How does
The
it
minister.
impact if it's there's a cut or not? Is it continuing the 20,000?
So in the past, we have been complying to this 20,000 barrels per day punya cut, and we've just got to see on the outcome of this meeting.
How does it impact PETRONAS if the cut continues, and how does it impact if it's put on hold?
Our planning going forward is based on the cut continuing.
So if there's no cut, then it will be better, or how does it?
Theoretically, yes. Because prices are another variable.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, ada lagi? Dah.
Macam mana?
Kelan.
No, I think this royalty matters as mentioned by MD tadi is between the state and the federal. So as far as Petronas is concerned, we always pay royalty. Well, we always engage with state punya authorities, just like in Terengganu pun ada TPC, Terengganu Petroleum Council, and in all our producing states. In Sabah, in Sarawak, so this is nothing new. We always like to engage the state organizations.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.